Hello, word nerds. So, I'm speaking a little quietly because you guys, at least in year 2022, are taking the math benchmark right now, and I'm in the back room. So you might have to turn up the volume a little bit. But on our roots today, we have dict, D-I-C-T, which means to say or to tell. To say or to tell. And that's why we have a book, because it's like books tell you things. Right here, the first one we have is the word dictator. And a dictator is usually a cruel leader who has all say or control of a let's say country. I think I'm okay with saying country. A cruel leader who has all say or control over a country. So what they say goes. That's a dictator. And we have verdict. Verdict is usually something that we hear in a courtroom. What the jury says or decides in a trial. So they decide whether or not somebody is guilty. So guilty or innocent. So what the jury says or decides in a trial. And what the jury decides helps the judge make their final decision. All right, we have dictation. And this is actually kind of like a button that a lot of you like to use on your phones or on your Chromebooks, where you push a button and then you say it and then it types it. So the act of speaking words that get written down. And in the older days, that used to be a person that would do that. It would be like if I was talking and Miss Jordan was writing down what I was saying on a piece of paper. But like I said, we have technology now, and we can often just use that technology to say it on a computer, and the computer will type it. So it could be on paper or with a piece of technology. So you have predict. To say what will or might happen in the future. So it's something you say, like you're saying before it happens, because we know dict means say or tell, and pre means before. So before it happens. And then we have contradict. And contradict is to do the opposite of what you say. To say or do the opposite of someone else, or sometimes yourself. So sometimes you can contradict yourself. All right, our other root is scribe or script, which means to write, which earlier in the year we had graph, which meant write, and scribe and script also mean write. So we have descriptive, scribble, manuscript, prescription, and transcribe. So descriptive is writing more details on something. And you could even, I guess, you can still describe something out loud, but originally descriptions were based off of writing. Right, we have scribble. So if we scribble, we're writing quickly and sloppily. It's not easy to read. And sometimes scribbling isn't even sensical, like toddlers can scribble and it's just shapes and lines. But they also write it down. So manuscript is an original copy. So that's like one of the first ones. Oh, I wrote on. An original copy of a book or piece of writing. The prescription. So pre, we know, means before, and script means write. So it's a piece of writing that a doctor gives you before you pick up your prescription. A piece of writing where a doctor pre-approves a patient's picking up medicine. So the doctor sees them and then they can go to the pharmacy and say, hey, I'm allowed to get this. And then transcribe. So once again, scribe means write. Trans means like to crisscross. And this is actually similar to dictation. To make a written copy of something spoken. So there are two words this week that mean almost exactly the same thing. So we have transcribe, it's like a verb. And then we have dictation, speaking words that get written down. So this is more like the person who's doing the speaking, and this is more of the person who's doing the writing. And this is person doing the speaking. All right, there you have it.